Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I don't want to be in a big house as a single woman. It'll definitely be a rinky-dink house that I'll rent out once my husband buys our house. Why do women always say this if they have a house? Why do you have to rent out the house and the husband buys your? Why can't y'all both move into your house?
Evie, no.
Women have a house, but they always have this narrative. What is wrong? What is wrong with her?
No,
If I have a house, if he wants to pay the mortgage and move into my house, I don't see the problem.
I see it from both sides.
I don't see the problem. I don't think
I understand why
it's a big deal.
I understand why people end up doing it because of logistics, but I would just say if I had my way, I wouldn't want a man to move into my house. That's just personally, like if I had my way, but I understand why people do it because
if he's paying the mortgage.
No,
I don't see.
I don't want to start. I've had guys even tell me this. I've dated guys that told me like
ego thing. It's ego.
Yeah, listen, I've had guys tell me we get married, we have to both buy a house together. You're not coming into the house. And I'm like, you are crazy. That's one of the reasons why I stopped talking to him because you have a problem. But I'm telling you, if a guy can say this, a Nigerian guy, don't knock a woman for saying it.
Okay, what is your favorite area in Houston overall?
It depends on what, right? Like if I was to live somewhere, it would probably be somewhere like River Oaks. I like Montrose area as well. I like River Oaks. If it's like in terms of going out, I think like the Galleria has some places, that Galleria kind of area. So I think it just depends. Like if like I know what areas I don't like, but in terms of areas I like the River Oaks, Upper Kirby, Greenway area, Montrose, Museum District. I don't really care for downtown. I was literally just there running an errand. It's too every time I go to it's close to me, but when I go there, I'm just like, thank God I don't live downtown. Like it's just too much. It's a big homelessness issue. It's so sad. Too many street lights, too many cars, too much noise, too much dirt. Like I don't really care for downtown. Like,
loving the new girl is crazy. That's how it is. That's why girls move around, especially in African girls. You'll notice they move around. Sometimes they move around because you stay in the city too long. Our culture is weird. We don't like people we see.
Familiarity breeds contempt. I said it. I did it. I would talk about myself. I flew to different states to date a loser. I say it like because when you knew or someone is new to you, like there's a different attraction. Like, oh, this is someone new, is a new face, but it doesn't mean that they're better, but they're just new. So it's human nature to an extent.
Idaho, I don't get it. Do you say something about Idaho? So on culture, you'll be city hopping every 5 months now. LOL, God forbid. Talk about moving in reference to finding a partner. Like the video, people. Yes,
y'all. Like we got 44 people in here. We need some super chats. We need some likes, y'all. Like this video. We dropping gems right now. We about to open the line soon, but let's go through the comments.
I'm moving to Houston via LA. What is a good area to rent a house in Houston? I'm single with no kids and work remotely.
It's a good question, Travis, but soon we're about to launch something, right? So these type of questions, I get them in my DMs. We get them on comments and on our page. We get them during these lives. We talk about, I can give you something for general right now, but I feel like people need some more detailed, more one-to-one. We're going to be launching something this February for the month of love. It's going to be free. So when we launch it, y'all got to book, because it's not only going to be free for 1 week. All right. We're going to start these calls. It's only going to be free for 1 week. So sometime next week, you're going to drop the link and you have to book, because this question, like I said, is very niche. It's very specific. We're going to have questionnaires you fill out before the call so we can have more idea, because right now you say where to rent, but I don't want to put you on blast and ask you on the live, what's your budget? Because your budget, I can't answer this question for you until I know what you're trying to spend. I need to know, and then you may even want to me, I need to know even your net salary, because your budget may not match what your net salary is. But some people have this whole other idea of what they're willing to pay for rent, but they may not really should be paying that, right? I need to know what's important to your social life. Do you go out? How do you have a car? You know what I mean? Like what you like.
A car in Houston, come on.
I move without a car. I have girls in here. Now, my 2 friends in here. One kid was here 1 year without a car. Another person doesn't have a car. It's, like we said, people work from home. He said he works from home, so it's doable. So like, there's so many questions, Travis, that so many things I have to consider. So watch out for that link. It's coming soon.
Song Culture said, I do that a lot, move where I know no one. It's not easy, but we move. Your Song Culture, you moved around a lot. You talk about you've been in New York and all this. So I don't know. Like, I don't know where I don't know where else is left for you to go, because it seems like you've been in all the major cities. So I don't know. Nana, do you get alone? How often do you guys visit each other? Do you mean, do I get lonely? I don't think I get lonely. I think when I first moved, I definitely did. But to be honest, I got very used to being here by myself. I was here by myself for a while, so I got used to it. So I feel like it's kind of a good thing, it's kind of a bad thing, right? Like I used to being alone. So now for me to get lonely after being in Charlotte for 3+ years, 3.5 years, nah, I don't get lonely. I don't get lonely. Yeah, me too. Just cats and I walk around naked. I miss this. God will send you a husband who will match that. LOL. Twins. Yes, we're twins. Evie said, Ngozi, Nana doesn't know me well enough. So you wouldn't, I guess that means you wouldn't let a man move into your house. I don't know you well enough. Okay. All right, no problem. I agree, Nana. What you agree with? I forget. Song culture. If my height is prettier, he is moving in or we are buying together. Will help me feel centered. If my height is prettier,
Maybe she
he
meant to say house.
okay, if my house is prettier, he is moving in or we are buying together will help me feel centered. My house. Okay.
Hmm.
Makes sense. Rice Village
Oh,
is really
I like Rice Village. Yeah, I like Rice Village.
also Heights has a bomb food scene. There you go. Single, no kids, work remote, and move into your city. Ding dong.
Mia, you don't stop. You don't take a break.
You're doing matchmaker in here. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. Y'all can see I'm a little dressed up. I'm getting ready to go hit the streets in a few. So I might have to leave y'all and letting Guzzy finish this up, but I'm gonna stay for like 5 more minutes. Um, and then my psychic says next move is Europe. Yeah, because I think you've done everywhere in America. So
So sharing the link. All right. We're closing up my 2 year update. I'm giving y'all some tea. But if anyone has recently moved to Houston, like the last year or two, and is thinking about either leaving or staying, right? I want you all to join and really give us your experience living in Houston. I see so many YouTube videos. I was supposed to watch one today. I couldn't get to it. Why I left Houston. I used to watch a lot of those videos last year. A lot of people give the experience. I left Houston after 4 months. Some girls talking about like it just wasn't her vibe. Some people say they struggled to make friends. I talk about when I first moved to Houston in the Facebook group. A lot of people moved during the pandemic and they still didn't have friends. They were still struggling to find community. And I say it all the time. This is coming from someone who's a loner. Community is so important. It is so important. Like, don't ever forget that. Because even people talk about, okay, me and our twins, yeah, we lived in America, right? But we talk about a country from somewhere like in a country like where we come from, our family comes from. People have siblings. They live in across the world. They don't see each other. They see each other every 10 years. They see each other every 15 years. So in that situation, who is going to be more impactful for you? Is it your sibling in another country or your friends?
the
The
Bible
people
says in
around you.
Proverbs 7 is better a friend nearby than a family member far away.
It's the truth. Like coming from where we coming from, you see people like they all over the world. Of course, we chose to be apart, right? We're privileged that we made that choice. We could easily live in the same place, even right now, easily. But then you have to remember it's deeper than just having your family, because you can still have your sibling there and still not have a great social life. Still be lacking community. Yeah, it will make things easier. I'm not gonna lie. You have someone, but like that's just one person. That's
No,
just
I think if you have someone you're really close to, one person is still decent. It's not enough, but it's still something.
Yeah, and I'm saying it's something, but I'm saying that someone can not have that sibling and still have more community than you. That's the point I'm making. They can still have more to do. They can still have more people they can rely on, because one person can only stretch so far. Of course, yeah, you have one person you're very close with, like my sister. Of course, like that, like holds like weight of like 10 people. I'm not going to argue that, but like it still comes to a point like it's still one person. So, like I said, come into Houston. I've grown so much as a person. If y'all I don't know if I mentioned this. It's not like I just moved to Houston. I moved from living at home. Okay, that's a difference. I've never lived by myself. Never lived by myself until I moved to Houston. So it's not like it was just my first time being in Houston or living outside of New Jersey. It was the first time living by myself. So that's also a nuance. It's like a double layer, because I remember the day my brother came help me. The day he left, the next day I was just like, I'm living here by myself. Like it was weird, because even if like it's just something I had to get used to, because like I'm not used to living by myself. It is what it is, and like maybe by like the second night I was good, but I remember I can never forget that first night when I stayed in my apartment by myself. I was like, wow, I'm really living alone. Like this is kind of.
Then you were in the forest.
Yeah, and I get people will say, some people have the idea that, every woman should live alone before she gets married. It's part of personal development. And I get it to an extent. Like if I never lived, if I never lived alone, would I necessarily feel like I was missing something? I mean, I don't know, right? Because I wouldn't know what I know now. But I've lived alone enough, 2 years. I'm ready to go to my husband's house. Like I got enough experience. I don't know what else I need to. 2 years, I'm good. I'm okay. Like I don't need it anymore. I'm ready to live. Have my own room in my husband's house.
Seems like most places in Houston have a hidden gratuity percent. It makes it going out expensive. Most places add a tip in sneaky ways.
Houston, everywhere's 20% automatic. Let me tell you one spot we go to. They added now 4% service charge. I was so annoyed. I even put a how do you now you already charge an automatic 20% tip. Now I want to charge customers a service charge 4%. So that basically means if we're going out, we're spending on top of already overpriced food and tax, y'all charging 24% more. Like that's to me, that's not acceptable. Like to me, that's like highway robbery. Like yeah, going out in this city is not for the weak. I feel bad for the men's. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel bad for y'all because going out in this city is not for the weak at all. I'm trying to fix my lighting, y'all. My bad. Yeah, it's not for the weak at all. Ever been? Shalom said, ever been to Dallas? What it's like? Is Houston better? I'm pretty sure, honestly, a homebody type of girl. You know, I'm biased. I've been to Dallas like 5 times. Dallas is so chill compared to Houston. Nana will, let her come here and start trying to argue with me. Dallas is very calm. It gives me family oriented vibes. It's not as diverse. Not as, to my personal opinion, people of color friendly. Yeah, it's Houston to me is way better. Like I like way better, way more to do, especially as like a single person, a younger person, way more to do in Houston, in my opinion. Yeah. Do you and your sister talk every day or tell each other everything, or do y'all have friends or cousins that you went to close with? I mean, we text every day. I'm not a phone person. That's a thing for me. Like I don't really talk on the phone. Like only person I really talk to the phone on the phone with is like my mom and my man. So I'm not really a phone person. But like yeah, we text like daily. Like yeah, we text daily. I don't know if she tells me everything. You don't tell anybody everything, but yeah, we tell each other a lot. I do almost every social event myself because a few people I know do not share my interests, among other things. That's also very important too. Like I talked about this in my 1 year update. I'm talking about it in this video earlier for people just joining. Make sure you like the video. I feel like if you're going to leave your comfort zone and move to a new place, you also have to have the personality and be willing to like go out your comfort zone overall. Like I talk about me, like I can go anywhere by myself. That's just my personality, partly because I'm impatient and just also partly because I don't like being restrained by what other people want to do and not do. Like if I want to do it, I'm going to do it whether no one wants to come or not. Like I may invite you as a courtesy, but I'm still going to go if I want to go. But that being said, certain places it's easier to go out by yourself versus others. And the benefit of going out with people, you have someone to take your pictures and you also have someone to hold you accountable. Because there's a lot of things that I'll say, oh, I'm supposed to do this year, I'm supposed to do last year, I've never done. Why? Because I plan to do it myself and I don't have anyone holding me accountable but me. So, everything has its pros and cons. Salt and culture said it sharpens you as a person, definitely living. But I've grown so much as a person these last 2 years. Like I said, I'm ready to grow the rest somewhere else. I'm good. I love going out by myself. Actually, yes, especially if we talk about the men's me. I'm telling you, they've been telling us for years. People don't want to listen. Maybe if you go out, one friend, one person, but these groups of women, it's not. If you're really trying to go outside and be quote unquote chosen, or like if you're going out for that type of vibe, going out with groups of women is not it. Like you see it's a huge difference in the way people respond to you. Like it's a lot of people. Like like it's not the same. Yeah, going out with groups and going out by yourself, you definitely see the difference. That part, Mia, it has sharpened socially, although it's better to be with the person you share the same interests with. It seems like guys seem more comfortable approach you when you by yourself versus a big group. Yes, any guys in the group, let us confirm that, concur, because they be saying stop going out with all these females. There's too many females, and like, I get it. Oh my God, it's 50 people in here. Make sure y'all like this live. I'm gonna share the link that anyone wants to join in. We're gonna be wrapping up soon, but make sure y'all share this video, like it. I liked Houston when I visited, but I felt like I'd get kidnapped at any moment. I was at the River Oaks and Galleria area for the most part. Interesting. Why'd you say that? Not gonna lie, Houston is the number one city for human trafficking, I believe. So it is an issue that we experience. But I'm just wondering why you say you felt like that. Like, what about it? like what gave you that vibe? I'm just curious. Yeah, 26 into art and parks and stuff like that. I'm not into clubbing and stuff like that and at all. Dallas may be it. Haha, I don't like the lit stuff. Yeah, you got to go to what you know where you're gonna see what you like. Hey lady, where else do you think you will move to other than Houston? Just gone alive. Hi Zalia. I said it'll probably be back to New Jersey or Charlotte where my sister is, but I don't see myself moving anytime soon.